gonna tear their ass up.
Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the channel. My name is DRL, and we are here with some NBA 2K Mobile. Now, yesterday during our live stream, we talked about the Lunar New Year theme. And man, it's an awesome one. A lot of new cards are being introduced to the game. Some players for the first time. Now, one player that was not announced yesterday because for some reason, NBA 2K Mobile snuck it in this morning. It is Onix Tracy McGrady. Now, you folks know Tracy McGrady is one of my favorite players of all time, so it is going to be crazy. This team is jam-packed with many awesome shooting guards, a lot of amazing players. So let's stop wasting time. Let's get into the stats breakdown video. And for those of you who have never seen my breakdown videos, I'll go over the topics that we discuss. So in this team stats breakdown video, we discuss the new team players, the strengths, weaknesses, along with some build suggestions. We rank players by position. We discuss the top players to craft, the top overall players for the theme, and the top theme team. Now that you understand what the video will be about, let me explain exactly how I come up with my stat averages. So let's break down how we compile the stat average. We'll look at all the stats available inside the game for each player. So we take a look at shoot off dribble, which is making shots while on the move. Layups and dunks, which is making baskets at the rim. Mid-range shooting, which is making shots from inside the perimeter. Three-point shot, which is landing shots from outside the perimeter. Post scoring, which is offense from close in. Agility, which is run speed and jumping. Strength, which is physical power. Rebounding, which is getting rebounds on offense and defense. Playmaking, which is accurate passes and knowing when to pass. And last but not least, defending, which is coverage, blocking, and stealing. So we compile all those stats and we come up with a formula that gives us a number, which is the overall stat average. And that is how the players are ranked. Now that we explained everything about this video, let's get into the detail. All right, let's get into the new Lunar New Year collection. So to see the cards, you go to collections, you tap on the second tab, and you'll be able to see all the theme cards along with all the foundation cards in the game. So this is the Lunar New Year right here. This theme brings a bunch of new cards and some for the first time, at least from my experience. All right, so we're gonna start off with the point guards for this theme. So we're sorting these point guards from lowest to highest. The first one I was super excited about, and that's gonna be Ruby Jeremy Lin with the New York Knicks gear. This is when Linsanity was at his best. So Linsanity has an overall average of 2.9. He is craftable with the flower collectibles. Now, what makes Jeremy Lin a tad weak compared to the other point guards is the fact that he has a 1 in a lot of categories. So he has a 1 in strength, a 1 in post scoring. He also has a 2 in rebounding and a 2 in layups and dunks. Now, the post scoring is not a big deal for point guards, but the layups and dunks tends to bring down their score a lot because some point guards are super athletic. And the rebounding as well can bring your score down. So Jeremy Lin, aside from that, has decent stats in shoot off dribble, mid-range shooting, three-point shot, along with agility and playmaking. So you can still make a build with him, but just don't expect him to be super athletic like, let's say, John Wall, Russell Westbrook, John Morant. He's not going to be explosive like that. But it's cool to see the Knicks Jeremy Lin in the game. I mean, Jeremy Lin was a legend. I know he had a short NBA career, but he won an NBA championship, and he brought a lot of hype to New York Knicks basketball. All right, so now let's go into the next card, which is Amethyst Derrick Rose. Amethyst Derrick Rose comes in at 3.5 overall. Now, Derrick Rose is another card that I think needs a buff. He just recently had layups and dunks buffed from 3 to 4, but his overall stat average is still a little too low to be used. His area of opportunity will be, well, he has a 2 in strength and rebounding, so that's not necessarily an area of opportunity. You can ignore those. He has a 3 in post scoring. But his jump shot is a bit limited. He has a 4 in shoot off dribble, a 4 in mid-range shooting, and a 4 in three-point shot, which is fine, but his release is a little more difficult than other players. So he's got to bear that in mind. But as far as like the agility, he has a 5. So Derrick Rose is super fast like he is in real life. And his playmaking is a 4, which I think it should be higher. He's a great playmaker. But other than that, you can do a lot with a Derrick Rose build. If you were thinking about doing an Onyx Derrick Rose, you can do that as well. He is one of the best craftable Onyx players. But yeah, he's an overall 3.5. Let's sort this by point guard and make it easier. Next, you got Sapphire Chris Paul, who has the dual ability when you pair him up with Steven Adams. He has an overall stat average of 3.9. His area of opportunity will be layups and dunks, which is a 2. Post scoring a 3. Strength a 3. Rebounding a 2. Which is fairly low, right? Because Chris Paul used to be one of the best rebounding point guards years ago. And then his strengths, he has a lot of 5s. So he has, to me, a very interesting build because he has 5s in the most important categories for point guard. So you can really just focus on that and ignore those lower categories because he has a 5 in shoot-off dribble, 5 in mid-range shooting, 5 in three-point shot, 5 in playmaking, and 5 in defending. So he's pretty elite in my opinion if you can ignore layups and dunks and rebounding. Just have him play make, be a true point guard, and you should be A-okay. And then the best point guard is Onix Steph Curry, who has the prime player ability. He's going to be insane, right? Because you know the prime player ability really boosts up that power rating. You see what happened with the Kevin Durant. Everybody's using him. And there's even a Kawhi Leonard that one of my subscribers, Ozar, uses, who has a power level of almost 12.5K. So just imagine what the prime player bonus will do for Steph Curry. Now he has a 3.9 overall stat average. Steph Curry is a beast shooting wise, you know that. Now his area of opportunity is a 3 in layups and dunks, 2 in post scoring, 2 in strength, and 3 in rebounding, along with 4 in defending. Very similar to Chris Paul. If you focus on the point categories, he's going to be one of the best players in the game. I mean, if you've played season 30, you already know Onyx Steph Curry is a monster. So he has a 5 in shoot-off dribble, 5 in mid-range shooting, 5 in three-point shot, 5 in agility, and a 5 in playmaking. Very solid. He is a bit faster than Chris Paul, but doesn't defend as well. So that's like the key difference between the 2 point guards, because they both have a 3.9 overall stat average. All right, so let's get into the shooting guards. We're going to head into the shooting guards. Now, while recording this video, I noticed that they added a new card, which was Onix Tracy McGrady. So there's actually more Onyx cards than I reported earlier. And I'm super hyped. I had to stop midway of recording to add Tracy McGrady and calculate his stats. This is sick. This is insane, right? All right, so let's go into the shooting guards. The lowest is Emerald J.R. Smith. Comes in at a 3.2 overall. His lowest categories is post scoring and strength, along with rebounding. He's also a bit weak on the layups and dunks and defending, but he has a 4 in shoot-off dribble, 4 in mid-range shooting, 4 in three-point shot, and 4 in agility, along with 4 in playmaking. So he's not that bad, right? If you can use him to shoot, he's going to be very good for your team. He's craftable. That's why I emphasize that he might be all right for your team. Next, you got Amethyst Klay Thompson, who's coming in at a 3.8 overall. He's not craftable. Klay's lowest categories is rebounding, along with strength, post scoring, and layups and dunks. Aside from that, he has a 5 in shoot-off dribble, 5 in mid-range shooting, 5 in three-point shot. Total beast when it comes to shooting. Great spot-up shooter. Great catch-and-shoot shooter. Like, he's going to get the job done for you if he's wide open for sure. Then we have Sapphire Kobe Bryant. This time it is 24, right? It's not Kobe 8 rookie. This is the Black Mamba right here. He has a 4.1 overall stat average. I think his stats should be different than rookie Kobe. That might change with time, hopefully, right? But Kobe is a monster, right? You already know how I feel about Kobe. I've been using Amethyst Kobe for a long time. His area of opportunity is rebounding, strength. Aside from that, and defending is a 3. You can easily boost that up, right? But Kobe has a 5 in shoot-off dribble, layups and dunks, mid-range shooting, three-point shot, and agility. You can do so much with his build. Trust me, Kobe is a beast. And if you get the epic Los Angeles Lakers Air 4 Posit 1s, it brings up all those categories and makes him a total complete shooting beast. I'm talking about 7s in three-point shooting and mid-range. Of course, you have to have a mentor that adds a three-point shot, but he's a monster. All right, now you got Ruby DWade. And I'm going to tell you something. This shooting guard class for this team is the best I've ever seen. All the shooting guards are pretty good. J.R. Smith is okay, right? That's questionable, but everybody else is elite. These are the top shooting guards in the game. So you got DWade coming in at a 4.4 overall. He's not craftable. He doesn't really have areas of opportunity. His lowest stat is a 3, which is rebounding. Again, not a priority. He has a 5 in shoot-off dribble, 5 in mid-range shooting, 5 in agility, 5 in playmaking, and 5 in defending. So if you can boost up layups and dunks and 3-point shot, DWade is going to be a monster. Then you got Ruby James Harden, who's also 4.4. He is craftable. James Harden has a 5 in so many stats. Like Dwayne Wade, he has a 3 in rebounding, but his defending is a 4. So that's like really the difference. But he has a 5 in layups and dunks, 5 in mid-range shooting, 5 in 3-point shot, 5 in agility, and a 5 in playmaking. So James Harden is elite. He's so good. Like, you already know, MVP Harden is not a joke. Then you have the new announced Onix Tracy McGrady with the dual ability with Onyx. Should I say it? Ming. Yes, this is going to be crazy. That duel is going to be the best in the game. If you can get those two, you're going to be wrecking. Tracy McGrady, I'm going to tell you right now, is the best shooting guard in the game. Now, I'm not capping either. He has a 4.5 overall stat average, tied with Jason Richardson. But this time around, because he has the Onyx rating, his power rating is the highest, right, in that sense, compared to Jason Richardson. So I'm going to go ahead and say that he's the best. He has basically nothing lower than a 4. His lowest stats is post scoring, rebounding, playmaking, defending. He has a 5 in shoot-off dribble, 5 in layups and dunks, 5 in mid-range shooting, 5 in 3-point shot, 5 in agility. T-Mac is a monster. I cannot wait. I am going to go crazy. I got to get him. I'm not sure if he's pack exclusive yet, but if he is, forget about it. This is going to be crazy. All right, let's go into the small forwards now. All right, so for the small forwards, the lowest is Emerald Wilson Chandler. He is craftable. He's not that bad, though. His overall stat average is 3.6. His lowest stats are 3s, which is not bad, right? Considering that he's an average of 3.6. So he has a 3 in mid-range shooting, mid-post scoring, and rebounding, along with playmaking. But he has a 4 in shoot-off dribble, 4 in layups and dunks, 4 in 3-point shot, 4 in agility and strength, along with rebounding. So along with defending. So you can do a lot with his build. He's actually has a build with potential. So if you're able to get him and craft him, and you're a newer player, he can help your team. Then you got at a 3.9 overall average. He is craftable as well. You got Carmelo Anthony. Oh man, I'm hyped. You guys saw the reaction yesterday. I was going crazy. But obviously that's before I found out about T-Mac, man. So Melo has a 3.9 overall stat average. His lowest category is rebounding and defending. I always thought Melo was a decent rebounder, so that stat should go up, to be honest. But he has a 4 in basically a lot of other categories and a 5 in strength. So Melo is well-rounded overall. I mean, he's a 3.9, very close to 4. So you can do a lot with his build as well. If you can ignore the defending and rebounding, you'll be fine. If not, those are 2 categories that are easily taken care of with gear and mentors. Then you got, and this is something that I actually didn't announce in a prior video, but you got LeBron James, right? So he is craftable. However, LeBron James' stat average increased to 4.9. So LeBron, I used to say the big 3 was LeBron, Wes Unseld, and Elgin Baylor. That's not the case anymore. LeBron James single-handedly, solo, is the best player in the game. His overall stat average is 4.9. He recently had an increase on his 3-point shot. It went from 4 to 5. So he is the king. No lie. So LeBron's lowest stat is rebounding, which is a 4. And if you really think about it, LeBron could be a 5 in rebounding too, right? As many triple doubles as he gets, he's averaging 7 or 8 rebounds every year. LeBron's build, you can do whatever you want. He's that good. This is going to be solely based on your preference of play style. You can make him an elite super monster dunker. You can make him an incredible sharpshooter. And you can do a lot with LeBron, so I'll leave that up to you. If you get LeBron and you craft him, great decision. All right, so there's only one power forward in this team, and that is Zach Randolph. We did a tribute video for him. Definitely check it out. We talked about his career and his stats. Very, very good power forward. His overall stat average is 3.5. He is craftable. I was using silver Zach Randolph, and I was getting busy. Like, you guys can see that video I did. There's tons of gameplay of Zach Randolph. We was draining threes. We was knocking mid-range shots. Like, he was getting it in. So his lowest stat is agility, which is a 2, and playmaking. He's not a great passer, and he is a bit slow. But his mid-range shooting is 4, 3-point shot is 4, and his post scoring is 5. Zach Randolph is pretty good, and again, if you're a newer player, you can craft him. You got Emerald Steven Adams, who's a duel with Chris Paul. So that's something to keep in mind, right, if you want to get the dual bonus. Now, since Steven Adams is a 3.1 overall, he's a pure center. He's craftable. He's got high stats where it matters, right? So layups and dunks is a 5, rebounding is a 5, and defending is a 4, and post scoring is a 4. So for a center, and he also has a 4 in strength. So those are solid stats for a center. But shoot-off dribbles are 2. You don't really need that. Mid-range shooting is a 1. That's going to hurt you a bit. 3-point shot is a 1. It's not too crazy, right? And agility is a 3, and playmaking is a 2. So he's not going to be a passer either. So he's craftable with the flower collectibles. And then you got Onix Youngman, who is craftable, overall stat average of 3.7. Youngman has some good stats. He's lacking in some areas, so he has a 1 in agility, so he's gonna be fairly slow. He has a 2 and 3-point shot as well, so he's not gonna be hitting 3-point shots. However, he has a 4 in layups and dunks, and a 5 in mid-range shooting, which is really good. A 5 in post scoring, which is really good. A 5 in strength, and a 5 in rebounding. So he's got 5s in very, very important categories for centers, and then he has a 4 in defending. So Youngman is not bad, and you can do a lot. You can build up some of these stats easily with Gears and Mentor. So you should be A-okay. If you get Youngman and pair him up with Tracy McGrady for the dual bonus, man, that's going to be insane. All right, so now that we went through all the players, let's go into the top for each category. All right, so the top 5 players for this team, we're going to start from the lowest to highest. So the lowest is going to be, so number 5 is going to be Sapphire Kobe Bryant. You got Ruby DWade, Ruby James Harden, Onyx Tracy McGrady, and Sapphire LeBron James. Now your top craftable players, is going to be Emerald Wilson Chandler, Onix Youngman, Amethyst Carmelo Anthony, Ruby James Harden, and Sapphire LeBron James. Then the top team that you're going to craft overall, the top team that you want to obtain, at point guard is Onyx Steph Curry. At shooting guard is Onyx Tracy McGrady. At small forward is Sapphire LeBron James. At power forward is Emerald Zach Randolph. And at center is Onix Youngman. This is one of the best teams I've seen in the game. If you guys are going to get packs, this is one that you should try to shoot for. There's a lot of very good cards. All right, so again, appreciate all the support. Thank you very much. I'm excited. I've been streaming a lot on the channel if you guys haven't noticed, and you've been showing up. So we've been having a ton of fun. It's been full of good times, and I'm excited to do more streams along with the videos I still do on the channel. All right, so again, thanks for the support. Peace out.